Good evening and welcome to the Hibiscus Sports Complex and the Stream Team Australia for another presentation of QBL action here for the Southwest Metro Pirates as they take on the North Gold Coast Seahawks. My name is Regan Baker and I am once again joined by Jordan Mullan. Jordan, probably a couple of interesting games we got coming up here this afternoon. Both these teams have already played once this weekend and had mixed results both ways. What do you think we have in store for us today?
Well, I think firstly, both teams obviously came off the back of the doubleheader this weekend. So, they've had both teams have had two tough losses, close ones by both accounts. Obviously, North Gold Coast Seahawks ran full force into the Southern District Spartans, who are the back-to-back champions last night. So they'll probably be looking for an immediate bounce back, sort of come back out and continue a little bit of momentum. They only went down by a few last night, so that's always a good measuring stick for you, especially when you're at the 8. So I think for them, they're trying to build some momentum leading into finals and playoffs and trying to, I suppose, fight for spots right now. I think for the Pirates, the thing for me that Coach Edwards will be probably looking for is build some momentum as the team rolls out towards the end of the season. Obviously, they're not in playoff contention, but they've had a core group with some players coming in and out, which is always difficult to manage, but I think for them is building some momentum and back-to-back wins potentially, so that they can start building, for the next year and keep this core group together again, so that they can, get some consistency going into next year as well.
Yeah, definitely. So it was a really close game for the Seahawks last night. Only going down by 10 to the, like you said, back-to-back champions is a really great effort from the Seahawks. And, outstanding performances from Samuel. She ended up putting up 15 points and getting 13 boards as well with 8 assists. So a massive performance coming out of her in that game. And Jansen as well, putting 14 points on. So, a really good game from those two. And realistically, they're going to come into this afternoon's game, with a lot of momentum as well. Cassie Samuels coming into this game, I think second overall in points scoring out of these two teams. So doing a really great job. And Southwest, tough loss on Friday night to Gold Coast. They only went down by a couple as well, so put in a pretty good effort. It was 71-66, but a really great game in that one for Maddie Willie and Steph Bairstow, putting on 17 points and 18 respectively. So, look, we really do have a good game on our hands, I think. As to who's going to get the win, not too sure at this stage, but like you said, both teams wanting to build some momentum. For the Seahawks going into the finals, for Southwest just to end the season strong. Yeah,
I think Southwest will probably be putting a damper on their aspirations for the finals for the Seahawks, and like you said, there's two teams that match up pretty well and they know each other pretty well. They're around the same age mark with a lot of their core group, so we'll see what happens.
And straight off the bat, tip is won by the Pirates. So Maddie Willie coming down with it for the first play of the game. And I think, like you said, it is going to be an interesting game. And, Southwest just need to keep that core group of players running through. Steph Bairstow and Maddie Willie have been here for a couple of seasons now as Bairstow's first shot misses by a little bit. But Willie's had a really great couple of games in the last couple of weeks as well. She had a bit of a difficult start to the season, but the last few have been quite tremendous for her.
Yeah, I think Maddie's... We keep saying this. Maddie's a veteran of the league, and she's still very young, sort of thing. But she has a very good head on her shoulders, and very experienced and mature as a Southwest junior.
Yeah, definitely. So a great start to the game there for the Seahawks, with Middleton going to the bucket for the easy 2 inside. Now I need to make some friends in BQ to find out some player stats, because I'm sure we had Ryan Vines. I think it was 250th QBL game the other week, and surely Maddie Willie has to be close to that. Well, 250, 150.
Yeah, I think she's definitely up for a milestone.
She's got to be close to where Vines is as well, I think.
As we see Lloyd going to Willie and then finds Roberts in transition. I think that's something Southwest have probably found as part of their identity this year, is that they are very agile, bringing their two imports in Lloyd and Roberts. They can move. Bairstow obviously stretches the floor for you. They've got TY. Tyler King, as a combo guard, and Willie as well as a combo guard. So I think if they can play at speed today, especially off the back of, a pretty good pretty good hit out the other night against the Gold Coast, making up for what they'd played them here a few weeks ago and sort of got done by a fair bit. They may be able to run the legs out of the Seahawks.
Yeah, they can't let easy buckets like that go. Middleton again, straight down the center of the court for the nice inside two. And we've had this a couple of times on the chat as well, Jordan, just in terms of the way Southwest plays their defense, and they can't let those easy points go away like that.
Yeah, lapses in concentration. That's you know, at this league, at this level, you can't turn off, you can't switch off. I mean, we as coaches always talk about play 40 minutes of good basketball and don't have any mental lapses. Unfortunately, you get punished in this league. There's professional players in this league. They will make you pay.
Great inside look there for the Pirates, and a nice reverse layup there for Mia Lloyd, going to work underneath. And good assist there going to Kayla Roberts as well, finding the open player. Seahawks again with it now, going inside once again, and another nice reverse layup, this time from from Lauren Jansen underneath for the two.
Yeah, Samuels can splash that, so I don't know if they'll stay with going under the on ball, but she's also, you know, very high IQ basketball player, has good vision on the floor as well as finding open players. She understands, recognises her arsenal, but then also has a good ability of finding players. We see her almost turn it over. I've obviously jinxed that, but yeah, she'll get going. Yeah,
good defense there from the Pirates, just getting their feet set in front. We see the long two-point shot there from Allen, just missing.
Here come the Pirates again. They're running.
Yeah, 2-on-1 play there. A little bit too strong underneath from Tyler King, though. Just couldn't quite read where the defense was, put too much power into it. And Seahawks again going to work underneath. 1-on-1 with Bairstow. Shot too strong for Middleton. Good O-board and dish off. Just losing control a little bit there. Has to pass out, but wide open three-point shot now for Allen. And that rattles around and finds its way in. Really nice one-on-one drive there with Diebel, but again, a little bit too strong from the Pirates going over the top. And great steal there again from Kayla Roberts. So Southwest really looking strong early on. Shot again too strong, but great help there from Maddie Willie coming in underneath for the O-board and put back.
This is going to be a game of runs, I think. There's already some tired legs on the floor and only a few minutes in, but fatigue is going to be a factor, especially considering both teams have played. This will be the second game of the weekend.
Yeah, there's been some really great defense so far from Southwest. Unfortunately, picking up the foul on that occasion. Steph Bairstow just not quite in position, but Southwest has had a good defensive start to the game so far. They've got to cut themselves a couple of steals. They've really put the pressure on, and they've had some late shots into the shot clock as well.
Coach Edwards looking for Steph to get over the top of that one and not allow the seal deep.
Middleton can't find the free throw. Makes the second though. It's 6 points to 9. Gold Coast currently in the front by 3. That last shot down the other end, it was actually only a 2-point shot, not a 3-point like I originally thought. So the lead is 3 for the North Gold Coast. Southwest with it now as shot clock rolls down into single digits. Willie finds a cutting player in underneath, and the shot there from Steph Bairstow is good, with the assist going to Mia Lloyd.
Yeah, I think Lloyd's recognised Jansen guarding her in the post is a very big mismatch. As the Seahawks try to go inside again to Middleton, she's going to do some work down there with the easy two with the left. Yeah, it's going to be a tough job marking Middleton in underneath. She does have that height and size advantage, so she's already doing quite a lot of work underneath. And I think 6 points for her so far, or 7 points, I should say, sorry, with the free throw. Nice shot there by King, just bounces its way out. Savo checks in for Steph Bairstow. Coach Edwards going to the bench early.
Great look there with the pass. Too strong, but the putback is good. Points going to QBL. Taking the lead up to 5 for the Seahawks. Good inside look there. Mia Lloyd tries to dish out to Willie, but speedy hands there from Durbidge. Just a little bit too fast. Roberts with it now. Almost has it stolen. Goes left. Finds King in the corner. Southwest doing quite a good job offensively to move the ball around as well. As you see Mia Lloyd trying to go over the top of Lauren Jansen, but couldn't quite get it there. And Southwest again just picking up the foul there on Kiriau's drive to the bucket. I think that's going to go against Kayla Roberts. It is. It'll be the third team foul for Southwest.
Steph Bairstow about to check back in.
Yeah, very quick rest there for Bairstow, checking in for Kayla Roberts.
I think this is where Coach Edwards has got to go big, and he's got a big guard in Lloyd. He's got obviously a veteran in Willie. Steph Bairstow gives length on the floor, and Sav obviously as well. You know, they've got to go inside, get some easy buckets, punish the Seahawks for not having size on the floor, and just get easy twos. See the ball go through the net a couple of times. Because the Seahawks, I think, are going to try and speed this game up a little bit more and force some turnovers, as they're very small and there's holes everywhere underneath.
Yeah, that was a really great offensive play there from Southwest. Unfortunately, Mia Lloyd's shot just a little bit too soft, hitting the front of the rim. But that's much better offense than what we've seen from Southwest in the past as well. Ball going through 6 or 7 sets of hands before the wide open shot is taken. So that's a much better offensive look from them.
I think the only thing I'd say on that is Tyler King had a wide open reverse layup underneath for the easy two and kicked it out to Mia Lloyd.
And it looks like there is going to be a timeout on the floor, so we're going to take a quick break as well, but stay right with us and we'll be back with you shortly with more QBL action presented by the Stream Team Australia. And back with you from Hibiscus Sports Complex. It's 13 plays 8. The North Gold Coast Seahawks in front of the Southwest Metro Pirates. There's about 4 minutes to go in the first quarter of action. And positive signs from both teams early on, Jordan. And Southwest doing a lot of things right defensively. They're moving the ball quite well as we see Steph Bairstow take a nice open three, but too soft early on. And Seahawks, again, also doing a great job offensively and getting, I think, almost all of their points so far from just about inside the paint.
Yeah, they're playing through Middleton. They've gone to her again. She'll get the and one. Foul will be on number 5, Tyler King, for just digging down on the post and getting their hands on it. I think Seahawks have, they're going to run through Middleton, which is, obviously a smart move. There's no, big like her currently on the floor for Southwest, and Roberts off the floor. But I think for the Pirates, I think, as the scoreboard starts to tick over for the Seahawks, they've just got to be a little bit more aggressive towards the rim. The shots are good, but I think, you've missed a few in a row. Wide open threes. Put the ball on the deck and get on the rim. Here we go. That's better. Much better. Because there's no help line. There's no split line defense. And the Seahawks are almost daring them to put the ball on the deck. So 4-1 foul count. That usually tells me 2 things. 1, you're not being aggressive enough with the ball in your hands. And 2, you're not putting enough pressure on the rim to force help line rotations rather than just moving the ball.
Yeah, well, Southwest's performance in under the basket has been a lot better than their three-point or long game in the game so far. So, that there was the perfect example of a great decision from, I think it was Voda Rasova that got those points. So a really, really great look inside, and the same there for the Seahawks as well, just firing that one away at the last second, but a really great shot choice. Matty Willie, wide open jumper, a little bit too strong, but good O-board. Steph Bairstow with it now, looks to go inside. Mia Lloyd with it, looks to try and find King, can't do it, steps right and fires away herself for two.
Yeah, Middleton looks to be struggling a little bit, so I don't know if she's a little bit gassed or what it is for the Seahawks. We see Lloyd come with a steal and then turn it back over. Middleton will get to the foul line again. The foul will be on Steph Bairstow. Just reaching. Substitutions for the Pirates. As we see Trapp and Champion checking in.
Yeah, Middleton's had a really great start to the game as well. That bucket there will take her up to 11 points of this 19 so far. So she's been doing a really great job underneath. And the Seahawks keep going to her in underneath. And, she keeps drawing fouls in particular as well. She's a major threat for the Pirates.
We'll see if the Seahawks, after this free throw, go back to that 1-2-1-1 press. As they do. Trying to turn up the heat a little bit, and Emily Allen comes up with the deflection.
Seahawks going to get another foul there. So Southwest in a little bit of foul trouble. That'll be their 6th team foul for the game so far. Just not able to get into position on that one.
Coach Edwards just reminding the referees of the foul count on the scoreboard, so making sure they're aware of the account.
Yeah, look, I don't think there's been any poor choices by the referees, though. I mean, the Seahawks have had the majority of possession in the game, and the reality is, I think that Southwest is just playing, in some instances, aggressive defense, and they're picking up the fouls, and in other areas, they're just a little bit lazy, not getting in position. And a great steal there from Emily Allen, doing everything right, and goes from half court down for the easy layup inside.
Yeah, I think if I'm Coach Edwards right now with this timeout as they go, they're now trailing by 11 with 1:49 to go on the first. I'm imploring my troops to stay aggressive. I think, it's a back-to-back, and you're tired and you're fatigued, and things aren't going to come easy. But you got to work for it. And right now, they are just playing very much within themselves. Players have taken one dribble, picking the thing up under one-on-one pressure. It's like, come on, guys. Let's get going here. This is a QBL level game, and you guys have got to play with some intensity and some energy and play aggressive. Like when they're aggressive, they get to the foul line. They'll get to the foul line, but they'll also, more importantly, get to the ring and score, because there's really no help line or split line, and that's really what the Seahawks are trying to do is, hide their weaknesses. There's no rotations. Put the ball on the deck and burn your player, and you got 2-on-1, 3-on-2 situations. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens out of this timeout.
And at the end of the day as well, they just need to keep playing that aggressive defense. And look, they need to stop Middleton from getting the N1 passage of play, because she's putting it away and then also getting that free throw. And the Seahawks are 3 from 8 from the free throw line, so they're not doing fantastically well from the free throw line. So keep playing aggressive defense, but make sure they miss the shot. If you're going to foul, make sure they don't get the N1 play. Put them to the line for 2, because at the moment, they're not hitting.
No, that's right. As we see Voda Rasova put the ball on the deck and immediately get the hand check foul. So she's got the message loud and clear.
Champions pass tip there by Allen. And pass almost stolen there out of the hands of Mia Lloyd. They are going to get the foul from behind, though, for Kayla Kiriau. Coach Edwards getting his request. Couple of quick fouls there from the Seahawks.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to burn one to remind the referees, put the whistle in their mouth. Down one on the floor, Matty Willie putting the ball on the deck. A very clean block has been whistled as a foul, but I'm sure Coach Edwards is
not complaining about that one.
Definitely not. In 30 seconds, his team's picked up 3 fouls, so, that's...
Yeah, and look, and it's good positioning from Neve Tratt as well, getting herself in underneath, ready to pull that O-board. And look, read the defense well, got the contact and, gets to go to the line for 2.
Out the window. She'll take it.
Probably not the greatest free throw of her career, but yeah, she'll definitely accept it. She goes 2 from 2. Just a little bit of confusion here with the score bench that we're just going to try and work out what the go is. We got subs for Seahawks. So we're going to see Casey Samuels checking back into the game, subbing out Amy Durbidge. I think everyone a little bit confused about what's going on at the moment out on the floor. We're just going to bring it back to after the free throw and take it in from the baseline.
As we see Pirates come out in 2-2-1 off the back of that free throw just to apply a little bit more pressure and fall back into a man. No, they've gone back into a zone.
Good D there.
Tratt was aggressive with that, stayed straight up.
And that's what they need, especially from Tratt as well, because she's the biggest girl on the floor at the moment to take on Middleton, and she needs to be aggressive like that. She's only young, but she's tall and she's got strength to her as well, so she needs to really go at Middleton. And, first play that she's gone up against her, she's got the stop.
Gracie Champion called. No, she's got the foul call against her. Casey Samuels call for the offensive hook. Gracie Champion with that killer smile will just take it and go, I don't know. Especially off the back of hitting that big 3 to bring a team within 6 within a minute to go.
Yeah, Southwest doing a lot of things right in this last sort of 3 minutes to bring themselves back in. Jordan, they were down by 11. They're now only down by 6. So if they can get another bucket here as Champion steps up to the other 3. That one a little bit too soft, though.
Lloyd almost got the offensive rebound here. We'll see what happens here for the Pirates. I think they're going to stay in this 2-2-1. No.
Just a little bit of miscommunication. It sounded like Coach Edwards wanted them to do the 1-2-2 press, but just didn't quite get themselves organised in time. Ball goes again to Middleton inside. Tratt doing a good job defending. They're going to have to kick it around. Middleton again with it. She's double teamed. Great defense there from Southwest. Maddie Willie comes up with the steal. Mia Lloyd now steps up to the free throw line, fires away, but too strong. Seahawks now with about 13 seconds or so on the game clock to get some points, as there's a big offensive foul there, and fantastic call by the referees as well. So Middleton's going to pick up the offensive foul, and it looks like she's done a little bit of damage as well. I can't see who it is that's taken the contact.
Mia Lloyd.
Mia Lloyd
just saw Middleton's elbow. They're now acquainted.
But that was beautiful positioning there from Lloyd. She just had herself right in front where she needed to be, and Middleton just didn't read the defense well. She's got the pass and just turned around and just thwack.
Yeah, I think Mia Lloyd prepared herself and braced herself. As we see, Seahawks are going to try and get a steal here with 11.4. They're in this 1-2-1-1. Early pressure up the floor on looking to get it on the catch.
Vodarasova with it for Southwest. The 1-2-2 broken relatively easy by the Pirates.
Willie for 3.
And they're going to get Lloyd with the over the back foul on that one. So Seahawks given a golden goose on that one. So they'll get to walk down the other end for 2 easy free throws with just over a second to go. As I go and fix up my clock, which is expired.
Yeah, that's just that's awareness. Like, you can't give up 1.5. I know you're going for the loose ball, but you just got to recognise, hey, I'm not going to get this. I'm caught behind, and I can't go and get this because now we're giving up 2 cheap ones. I'm sure Lloyd will be kicking herself on that one, but 24-17. I'll try to make it 25. I won't get it to go. And a big block from Tratt. And she picks her up to help her up to let her know about it.
Yeah, and again, Tratt just doing a really great job defensively as well. Like, she doesn't play a large number of minutes every single week, but already we've seen her with 2 really great defensive plays on Middleton as well. Because so far in the first quarter of action, Middleton alone is on 12 points out of the team's 24. So she's been a big play in underneath and straight away coming onto the floor. Tratt just doing a really great job, just putting on that defensive pressure and I'm sure she'll see some big minutes now with the way that she's been playing D. So good end to the quarter. Could have been worse for Southwest, but look, they made one of the free throws. Good stop. Down by 7 going into the quarter-time break.
Yeah, I think off the back of that timeout, the coach Edwards implored his team to put the ball on the deck and stay aggressive. They came out aggressive and they got the fouls called as a response, which is good. They put the whistle back in the referee's hands and said, hey, we're going to force you to call this now or make a decision. I think that's probably the message for Coach Edwards, is stay aggressive. Seahawks are very much, with this 1-2-1-1, a bit of smoke and mirrors. So it's a little bit, we're going to get pressure up the floor and see if you can beat us over the top or push through us. But, if I'm Coach Edwards right now, 24-17, it's not a bad spot to be in, but, I would like to see it a little bit more equal. Put the ball on deck, get to the rim, challenge the referees to make the call. They're keen to blow the whistle, so let's play on that right now.
Yeah, definitely. So there is about 30 seconds left in the quarter, so we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with you shortly with the second quarter of action as Southwest Metro Pirates take on the North Gold Coast Seahawks. And back with you here from Hibiscus Sports Complex. It's the second quarter of action between the Southwest Metro Pirates and the North Gold Coast Seahawks. It's a 7-point ball game, and Southwest going to get to start this quarter with it as well after there was a jump ball in the first. So Mia Lloyd going to go straight to work, and she steps around, fires one away, but it's a bit off.
That's better, though, from Lloyd. I like that. That's twice now she's made that move. The second one, obviously, not as successful as the first, but that's twice she's got a defender in the air and then stepped through for an easy layup. Just couldn't convert on that one. Casey Samuels.
Very deep.
Yeah, she'll get going very quickly. Middleton, easy 2, courtesy of Kayla there.
And it is good to see, almost got the steal there from Kiriau. It is good to see Southwest going to the likes of Lloyd inside as well because, so far in their 17 points in the game so far, 12 of them have come from the paint. So, and perfect example there is Mia Lloyd once again goes inside. 14 of 19 points being inside the paint. Southwest just needs to keep hammering that home. They've taken 6 3-point shots and only made 1. So clearly the paint is where they need to get their points from.
100%. I mean, for me, Lloyd's got to get them going. She's got to stay aggressive. She is, which is good. I think if she does that, then you watch the shooters like Champion and Willie and then King get going, as well as Bairstow. They'll start stroking a bit as a response of as a result of Lloyd. Samuel's trying to find the jump shot off the on ball, can't get it going. Pirates out and running.
Vodorosova lucky to not get called for a travel there. A little bit of a shuffle of the feet as she handed off to Lloyd. Vodorosova gets the contact there. They're going to get the defensive foul, just not quite in front in time. So that's going to go against Casey Samuels.
It's a second personal. I think Vodorosova as well has got to be the other one that's got to put the ball on the deck here for the Pirates. If those two get going, to see Tyler King with a big 3. The bench is up and they're rolling.
Yeah, that's a big drop from King as well. So hopefully that gets her hot. Just over 9 minutes of call time, and those are her first points of the game. So hopefully that gets her hot from now and gives her that confidence to keep on shooting. Again, you said Vodorosova got to put the ball on the floor. Good board there from her as she goes down the floor. Ball back with King.
Lloyd jumper. That is sweet. Coach Greg Fox calling a quick timeout, 26-24.
And a good timeout as well. His troops are only up by 2 now after having a 7-point lead going into the quarter-time break. So Southwest really going to work early in this second quarter here to close the gap.
Yeah, they're staying aggressive. Coach Edwards with this a little bit youthful group, saying put the ball on the deck, see what happens, and when we'll find the open shooters. They know they can shoot the ball well, but it's got to start with penetration. If they get the ball on the floor and get into the paint like they have been, play through Vodarasova, play through Lloyd. They're good decision makers too. They play a little bit off unorthodox and off the edge sort of thing. So, it's a bit hard to guard. And then, Trapp will move into the right spot as well as take away Middleton from the help line, split line. You've got your likes of King. You've got your likes of Bairstow. You've got your likes of Gracie Champion. That they will be wide open shooters, and that's what we're seeing right now.
And we're also seeing a very deep Southwest team at the moment as well. Like, just looking at the stats in front of me, they've got 5, 6, 7, 8 players on the score sheet. Mia Lloyd's out in front of all scorers for Southwest on 8, but the next highest scorer is only on 3 points. So they've really been doing a great job of spreading the floor, passing it around, and just finding that open player no matter who it is. Whereas, you look down the other end with the Seahawks, and Middleton, by far the outstanding player of the game so far. She's on 14. The next close on her team is Kiriau on 4 and Allen on 4 as well.
Yeah, they're going to have to go to their bench as we see Coach Fox make a couple of quick substitutions out of that timeout. And they've got very young Middleton and Samuels, probably the centerpieces. Another turnover forced by the Pirates, and they're out and running. Here comes Lloyd, high off the window with a left. And the Pirates staying in this 2-2-1, just trying to force the issue here a little bit for the Seahawks with their youth on the floor. They've tied it up at 26 all. Roberts back on the floor too.
Bit of miscommunication there from Southwest D. They managed to recover though, as Kayla Roberts almost turns it over out of bounds. Vodarasova now getting it over just in time.
Just got to get out of that corner though.
Yeah, good job from Vodarasova. She really fought her way out of that one. And beautiful pass there. Roberts' shot, though, didn't quite do what it needed to do. And I don't know what that was from Tyler King, but she's going to step back and take the 3. Champion with the O board. Southwest just need to settle things down now. They've taken a couple of rush shots, and they are going to do just that. Shot clock on 6 seconds. They're going to find Roberts, who kicks out to an open Champion, who fires a 3. They almost pull another O ball, but it ends up in the hands of the Seahawks, courtesy of Middleton. Southwest really showing their aggression. This is a very different team in this second quarter so far versus what we saw in the first.
Yeah, Maddie Willie telling us about it too. Captain ready to roll. She knows she's going to put the ball on the deck and then find open shooters, I'm sure, as well as apply some defense pressure. Bairstow looking to check back in.
We'll get a wireless mic kit for her next week. She can just do some on-floor commentary.
I'm down with that one. I'm down with that one. I think we might have to have that happen, Regan.
I mean, they do it in the cricket. They do it in the NRL. Why can't we get some on-floor mic kits set up? Referees might not be happy with the extra accessories, but yeah, we'll find a way.
We'll find a way, mate.
Nice little inside bucket there for the Seahawks. They regain their lead. Back up to 2 as Champion absolutely floors the defense, going over the top of Amy Durbidge, and they are going to get her for the offensive foul. Referee's just going to come together just to, I think, to check whether the points are wiped away or not. They are going to remain at wiped.
Yeah, I think Coach Edwards was asking for the charge circle as to whether also she had let go of the ball, but she had planted there. She'd been there since yesterday.
Yeah.
The Pirates' extended pressure back into this zone has sort of forced a number of turnovers now against the Seahawks, and their offense has become very, very stagnant. Obviously, Middleton off the floor, so they're playing small. See a nice little jumper from Durbidge. Takes it at 30-26. They got no inside presence. Willie to Bairstow. Bairstow, the no-look pass. Lloyd. Big 3 can't go off the front of the iron. Durbidge the rebound.
There's still a lot of positive signs from Southwest, though. They're being really aggressive down both ends of the floor. They've done, they did a really great job in the first 4 minutes of shutting down the Seahawks scoring in this period. And then just on the offensive side as well, they're putting a lot of...
Casey Samuels.
from well and truly 3.5 feet outside the three-point line. Need to see some aggression here from Southwest, and we do get it courtesy of Mia Lloyd as she goes to the bucket, and she'll pick up the and one as well. That foul going against Bonnie Illingworth. Just not quite able to plant the feet in front where she needed to.
Yeah, I think the thing that's exciting for me now and Coach Edwards is that we've seen a bit of a shift from the Pirates team. Is they've got down a couple of times, they've worked their way back into it, and they haven't been beating themselves up when, you know, Casey Samuel splashes a 3 from the car park. But they get on with it and they get back up and down the floor and play aggressive. As we see Lloyd get a well-earned breather. She continues to stay aggressive. I'm sure it's not going to be too long before she's back on the floor. And the Pirates come out in a bit of an extended pressure 1-2, 1-1 as well. So both teams looking to press up the floor. Samuel stays aggressive, patient with it, regathers. Can't get the window to go.
Yeah, good double there from Willie and Bairstow. Both just putting the pressure on her, knowing that she's a dangerous player as Champion floats one over the top of Diebel for the 2.
33-31. The pressure is coming, and it's coming thick and fast from the Pirates. As we see Durbridge under pressure, throw it out of bounds. She's looking for a spectator to help her out. Couldn't find one. And the Pirates will get a chance to tie it up now, 33-31.
Yeah, we said it was going to be a contest, and it's been absolutely that so far. Only 2 points of difference. I think as far as an 11-point lead the Seahawks had. But Southwest doing a really great job in the last 6 minutes in this quarter just to really draw that back in and with the potential to get it back. But Diebel just reaching around the side of Willie and pulling the steal. And she'll go coast to coast and flip one up, the youngster. Taking that lead back out to 4 for the Seahawks.
Yeah, Pirates offense there got stagnant. They were looking for passes rather than the person with the ball in their hands, looking to be the aggressor. Willie posting up. Way too strong and way too experienced. Earning the and 1. Diebel is just not a good matchup on her in the post. She's just going to exploit that all afternoon. Yeah,
there's a bit of a... More than anything, I think it's more of an experience differential there between Diebel and Willie. You know, Willie's been in this game for 10 plus years and at a QBL level, so just has that wealth of experience and she knows the mismatch. Diebel just starting out in her QBL, you know, only 16 years of age, so doing a fantastic job in this late league for her age. But you know, it is a tough mismatch coming up against someone like Willie in that scenario.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't leave her open. She'll get. No, she won't get the friendly roll. Casey Samuel's out and running. Here come the Seahawks.
Willie's there. It's 3-on-1 though.
Easy 2 for Emily Allen. That's a layup for her.
Willie did the best she could in the scenario. It was a good 3-on-1 play there from the Seahawks, just showing their energy levels as well. See Champion again going to 3-point line. Willie with the O-board and getting the foul from behind as well. That's going to go, I think, against Emily Allen. It is. And Willie will go to the line for another one. That's Allen's 3rd personal foul as well for the captain. So the Seahawks going to go straight to the bench and give her a bit of a break as well. So Emily Allen coming out and Ella Brow checking in.
Mia Lloyd, as predicted, having a 1.5-minute break before coming back in. Good to see that the Pirates now are attacking the O-glass. Middleton off the floor there for a period, comes back in to help Samuels out, and obviously Allen checks out. But you know, the Pirates have got to continue to stay with the possession and fight for the offensive rebound, because there's not a whole lot of defensive pressure from the Seahawks at the moment on the glass. They go back to Middleton with the left, can't get it to go. She gets her own rebound and off the window. Here come the Pirates.
Lloyd slows things down, though, for Southwest. Seahawks just getting themselves back in a defensive position. Willie looks to go one-on-one on Middleton. They do change up the defense, though, and switches to Ella Brow. And Maddie Willie exploits the difference and goes to the bucket.
Yeah, the seas parted on that one. She just saw a wide-open lane. Miscommunication on the defensive end led to that.
Yeah, that swap between Middleton and Brow just really wasn't quick enough, and you're exactly right. That experience from Willie, she just recognized that changeover and exploited the hell out of it and got herself in.
Casey Samuels, the easy 2. Tempo of the game has changed considerably from that first period of the first quarter. As we see Bairstow put the ball on the deck, go high off the window.
And they're going to call the foul after the bucket as well. So by the looks of it, they're going to count the 2 points from Steph Bairstow. And they're going to call it, well, they've called an offensive foul, but if they're counting the bucket, it's technically not an offensive foul. It's just a push after the shot. But they are going to get the foul on Bairstow making contact after the ball had left her hands.
Yeah, Coach Edwards asking the question, if she left the ground, did she have an opportunity to land? It's a valid one. 41-39 though. As you see, Durbridge with the easiest layup she'll ever get. They switched and they didn't communicate, and as a result, Durbridge got a cut right to the basket. Tyler King looking for the baseline penetration over the top. And here come the Seahawks out and running.
4-on-2. Good defensive effort there from the Pirates. They win the 4-on-2 battle. Mia Lloyd now goes 1-on-1. Spins to the left and fires away. Good job there from Casey Samuels, but Mia Lloyd just too good on that occasion.
Yeah, she put her in a spin cycle. Said, see you later.
A minute and a half left to go in this very exciting second quarter of action as we see another huge three-point drop from Samuels.
You can't, like, people are going to understand. Casey Samuels has grown up in a basketball family, and you can't leave her that alone. Like, guys, read the scouting report. I understand that she's drawing a lot of attention with the ball in her hands, but the second she loses the ball, she relocates, and she spaces the floor really well. And you give her all day to look at it, she's going to splash that thing from anywhere over halfway. She gets a well-earned breather with a minute 12. I don't think it's going to be very much a breather. They're going to use the half-time period to give her some rest. We see Maddie Willie convert the first. And the second, she knows these rings way too well.
Back to a three-point ball game where just over a minute to go.
Pirates needing some stops. Their offense has been good, but their defense have just been little lapses that have led to easy buckets for the Seahawks. They need to continue the pressure for the full 24.
And that's a good read there from the Seahawks. Unfortunately, just a little bit too strong for Amy Durbridge going over the top, but that was a good read and a good pass inside. Again, just a couple of little lapses in communication on the defensive end from the Pirates, just allowing that pass to go inside. You know, great hands from the girls here. Ball going to end up in a jump ball scenario, so we'll go back to the Seahawks.
Pirates need to dive on that loose ball. It's got to come up in their hands. Durbridge.
Pirates very lucky that that inside shot there from Durbridge didn't find its way in. They just lost her underneath, so she had a huge space there to fire that one.
Pirates with a 2-for-1 opportunity right here if they can get it up quick.
Great fake from Willie in the drive right. Gets it stolen though. Middleton, the benefactor of the loose ball. Reverse layup there from Kayla Kirihow is good, and she gets the foul on that one as well. So she'll put the 2 points away, and the foul will go against Savannah Ayu. Kiriau's bucket taking the lead back out to 5. We've got 22 seconds to go in the game clock. Kiriau's free throw no good. Mia Lloyd coming down with the defensive board. There's a big pressure here from the Seahawks though. Southwest break it okay.
Captain Willie will hold it for the last shot. Makes a smart decision, puts the ball on the deck and finds a cutting Mia Lloyd for the easy two, 48-45.
And that was just a beautiful read there from Willie as well. And again, just goes to show the veteran experience out on the floor. And a great cut from Mia Lloyd as well. She read the defense well, saw the C's part, and just got herself in the correct position at the right time. So Southwest, look, a great quarter from them. They were down by 7 leading into the quarter time break. They've managed to claw that back to a 3-point deficit. So, look, it's still anyone's ball game, and what a quarter of basketball from both teams.
Yeah, I think for me the big focus now that they got going and they've stayed aggressive, I think the Pirates have upped the ante with regard to their offense, and they've stayed aggressive. They've put the ball on the deck and now recognise that shooters will come out of penetration as opposed to just moving the ball and trying to shoot an open three with nothing touching the paint. Probably the next phase for me as a coach now has got to be you've got to be tuned in defensively, let lapses on D rebounds as well as then last second or last 5 seconds of a shot clock, giving up a layup or missing a box out. That's got to be plugged in, and you've got to switch on defensively as a unit. 28-24 quarter. They win it by 4, but to give up 24 points in each of the first 2 quarters hey, that's just not going to get it done. So you need to stay that aggressive offensively, but then defensively you've got to stay focused. You've got to stay in tune as a group, and then you've got to get going defensively and build some momentum. So back-to-back stops that lead to back-to-back scores. And you'll see this tide turn very quickly for the Pirates.
And that's exactly it. Like, realistically, their offense now has found its form. They only got 17 points in the first quarter. They've led that out to 28 in the second. So their offense has really started to found what's working for them. And, the 45 points they've scored, 28 of those are from inside the paint. So they are doing a really great job, as we saw in that last passage of play with Mia Lloyd going in underneath with the dish off. They're just being really aggressive offensively, but you're exactly right. On the defensive end, they just need to make sure that they're always switched on and there's no lapses in concentration, because this Seahawks team is going to punish them every single time. If you switch off for 2 seconds, they're going to get the easy buckets, which we've probably seen 8 to 10 points each quarter, which is just miscommunication and lapses in concentration. So, look, it's 48 plays 45. It's been a great first half of action. We're at the halftime break, and the second half is going to be stellar. So stay right with us. We're going to have a 10-minute break, and we'll be back with you shortly with more action from Hibiscus Sports Complex as the Southwest Metro Pirates take on the Gold Coast Seahawks. And welcome back to Hibiscus Sports Complex. It is the end of half-time. It's 48 plays 45. The Southwest Metro Pirates just trailing the North Gold Coast Seahawks. But we discussed it before the break. What a quarter Southwest had in that second period there. We've seen a massive scoring burst from Mia Lloyd. She's got herself up to 17 points. Closely followed by Maddie Willie on 10, who's also pulled 4 assists as well. And a really great spread of scoring across the Pirates players. Looking on the other end of the floor, the North Gold Coast Seahawks really spreading the points as well, led by Middleton on 18, and followed there by Kiriau on 6, as well as Allen on 6.
Yeah, I think that from a tactical standpoint, as we see Bairstow going inside off the on-ball, slipping it, Mia Lloyd, the assist, I think for Southwest, their focus has got to be, what do we do to stop Samuels and to stop Middleton? I think if they can not let Middleton get going early and they've put Roberts in on her, send a little bit of a different matchup, but easy 2 off the window. If they can stop her from getting going early, as well as then take the ball out of the hands of Samuels, I think you'll see the Seahawks offense become a little bit more stagnant. But again, the theme has got to be from the Pirates on the offensive end and the defensive end, stay aggressive. Don't be turning off. Stay aggressive. Put the ball on the deck. Stay with the pressure for the full 24. Let's see what they can do. Easy layup for Mia Lloyd, courtesy of Roberts.
Yeah, that was just a beautiful look inside. And again, it's pretty much the story of the game here for Southwest. Just that nice inside pass to Lloyd. She's really punishing inside. Southwest now up to 30 points in the paint as Middleton can't make the first drop, but pulls her own O-board and gets the second to fall.
If I'm Coach Edwards right now, I'm saying go and body her every time she steps in the paint. You hit her, you push her out of the paint. Mia Lloyd, jump shot, short. She got hit on the elbow. They've got to keep Middleton out of the paint, and then they've got to take the ball out of the hands of Samuels. If they do that, they're going to be okay. Yeah,
I wouldn't mind seeing Southwest injecting Neve Tratt back in, purely just to pester Middleton. Tratt did a really great job coming in on that. I think it was the second quarter where she really made it hard for Middleton to get some points there. She was doing a great job defensively on her.
Roberts, extra pass from TY, wide open Bairstow. Roberts, the O-glass. She'll draw the foul on Casey Samuels. They'll have the ball from the baseline. Staying with it, the Pirates. That's what they've got to do. Second and third opportunities, third personal on Samuels. We'll see if Coach Fox stays with it. It looks like it. She's experienced enough to play through 3. T.Y. King can't get it to go off the front of the iron. They'll end up with the Seahawks.
Yeah, Roberts just unable to capture that one. Just knocking it out. 3-point ball game in the third. Ball being brought in by the Seahawks.
Staying in the zone just to collapse the middle a little bit. Emily Allen doesn't get the 3 to go. Roberts the rebound. They're looking to run. Playing out of the on-ball. Turns it down. Roberts to Willie. This is needed that to go to level the scores. Can't get it to go at this end.
Yeah, it was looking good out of the hands, but just a little bit too far to the right. Nice inside-outside there from Diebel. Hands off. Great shot there from Allen, but too strong.
Rebound from Bairstow. Roberts has got to do a better job on keeping Middleton off the glass. Mia Lloyd jump shot is pretty. Makes it a 1-point ball game. Somebody go and hit Middleton for me in the middle. It's got to become a war down there for her.
She's got the position behind as well. They haven't got the ball to her. It's with Allen. Bit of a miscommunication there. They managed to find Durbridge underneath, but she couldn't get the shot to fall. Ball goes back to Casey Samuels for the tray.
That's experience. That is someone who's been a pro, knows how to punish you. Extra pass. Bairstow looks good on the deck.
That's good offense from Southwest, though. I really like that extra pass and the drive from Bairstow. Rather than settling for a 3-point shot, which they really haven't been hitting, they're 2 from 15 from 3-point land. So that extra pass, shot fake from Bairstow, and drive into the keyway to get a closer shot is really good to see because that's how they're going to win this game.
Yeah, I think Coach Edwards is going to probably need to start getting some fresher legs out there because there's some tired legs. It's been a fast first few minutes, and there's some jogging back on defensive trans.
Great hands there from Willie, causing the D-ball travel.
Coach Fox with the first substitution. Kiriau checks in.
The Southwest just needs to continue finding a couple of stops together as well. There's been a couple of occasions where they've got themselves in this game either drawn or within 1 or 2 points, but they can't keep stringing that together. They then struggle and lose the Seahawks defensively and just let them rack it back up again. So, this is probably the 4th or 5th time we've seen them within a point or two and then let the lead slip back out to 6.
Yeah, it's just that consistency. Tyler King with a killer crossover finds a wide open Steph Bear, so the helpline defender had to come across and pick up TY.
Middleton inside, but she gets pinged for the 3-second call. Good recognition there from Roberts as well. Even if they didn't pin her with the 3, Roberts was in a great position behind her to get the stop as well. So that's a much better read and the stop on Middleton that we wanted to see.
Yeah, she's got to be keen to go and hit her. Like it's got to be like basketball is a contact sport, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're scared of being, bumping bodies or banging in the post, then you need to go and play netball because right now basketball is very much a contact sport and these athletes play at a high level. As we see Mia Lloyd put the ball on the deck and draw the foul.
Yeah, driving straight into the side. They're going to get that one against Casey Samuels.
That's her 4th. He's got to take her out now. So this might work for the Pirates because now Emily Allen comes back on the floor. She hasn't been able to get going yet. She's only on 3, so they're going to have to put the ball in the hands of Kiriau or Durbidge, and Allen's going to have to start making her jump shots. But if I'm Coach Edwards now, I'm getting up the floor. I'm putting pressure on their ball handlers and seeing what they can do without Samuels on the floor to relieve it.
So Lloyd makes the first, closing that gap back down to 3. The second one is a dunny roll. It falls out. Ball goes out of bounds as well on the rebound from Lloyd. So Seahawks going to be the benefactors of that one. We're just under 5.5 to go. It's a 3-point ball game. Seahawks with it now. They find Kiriau, who goes inside to Middleton. Durbidge now for the free throw. Can't quite get it to fall, and there's a foul on Kiriau on the Roberts D-board.
Yeah, Coach Edwards making the change out of the halftime, going to his zone, and they are doubling down on Middleton. She's seeing 2 or 3 Pirates defenders every time she catches it, which is a nice change up. I like it. It's forcing the Seahawks to play through someone else. And right now they haven't been able to find him. Lloyd in the post. She's dangerous down there. Roberts 3. Whack! Ties it up at 57 all. Halfway through the 3rd. They needed that. Let's see if they can build a stop now. They double down on the post. Middleton, nowhere to go. Allen, 3 off the front of the iron. Roberts the rebound.
Yeah, Southwest now with the first opportunity, realistically, to get themselves in the lead in the game so far. They find Lloyd inside, and she spins, and she makes it. Get in the bucket over Emily Allen, just losing her underneath. And Pirates take the lead for the first time since, actually the whole game, So, Coach, they are going to take a timeout on the floor. So, Coach Fox not real happy with what he's seen in the 3rd quarter so far. We're going to take a quick rest as well, but stay right with us because this game is going to go down to the wire. We'll be back with you with more action shortly. And back with you here from Hibiscus Sports Complex. It's Southwest in the lead by 2 over the Seahawks. It's a 14 plays 9 third quarter so far with 4.5 minutes to go. And Coach Edwards has to be happy with how his team's come out and played in this third, Jordan.
Yeah, the zone has worked. They've doubled in on Middleton. The pressure has been consistent. They've stuck with it. They've rebounded collectively. And offensively, they've stayed aggressive, putting the ball on the deck, forcing the Seahawks into second and third rotations as we see Jansen get underneath the zone. She'll draw the foul on Maddie Willie and get to 2. But apart from that, the Pirates have really asserted themselves. The starters have got going. They've been patient. They've executed on offense. They've put the ball on the floor and then gone second and third receivers as opposed to one passed off the penetration to try and pull the trigger. So they're being patient on offense. They're staying aggressive on offense and defense. And I think this group, if they can keep going like that, they'll look to put the lead out by a little bit more than what they've got it at currently.
Yeah, especially if Tyler King can hit the 3, and she does, taking the lead up to 4 for the Pirates. Everything falling their way in this third quarter.
Defensive pressure builds confidence in your offensive unit. Mia Lloyd slow on the rotation. Bairstow got there late but got away with it. Loose ball for the Seahawks. They go back to Middleton. She has been there all day and some.
That's the second 3-second call now on Middleton. The defensive pressure on her in this, well, realistically, since about 5 minutes to go in the second quarter has been incredible because she was on, 17, 18 points, and she's only on 22 now. So they've done a really good job in probably the last 10 minutes to really close down her scoring ability. And that's a big part of the reason why they found themselves in the lead.
Roberts got the extra pass. T.Y. with a big rebound. That's their second offensive rebound of this possession. Lloyd can't get it to go. The pressure is building for the Seahawks, and they look to run back at the Pirates. Middleton setting the on-ball. Allen needs this to go, and she responds. Samuel's off the floor. She needs to get going now for the Seahawks. Brings it back to within 1, and they go back into a zone 2 and extend the pressure too, trying to pack the middle but also protect the rebounds.
Oh, great hands there. I think that it was a tip by Allen. Almost got the steal. They just couldn't quite get the handles on it in the end. Mia Lloyd now flipping one up. Can't get it to fall. Middleton, another important D-board there for the Seahawks.
Coach Edwards going to bring some fresh legs onto the floor. This starting unit has played all quarter. Durbridge, a big 3 to regain the lead. She was left wide open and no one rotated out to her. Pirates just need to settle here for a little bit, get a good execution of offense, especially against this zone. It's not anywhere where it should be in terms of organisation. The shot clock didn't reset. There was no hit of the ring there, so Willie needs to get this up. She steps back and gets the long 2.
Willie on the clutch. And that was just a great offensive board again from Kayla Roberts as well. After Willie's first shot was blocked, Roberts just hustling to get inside, get the O-board, and Willie with the under pressure 24-second shot clock, finding the bucket. They go at it again. They're going to get the foul though. Strong offense there from Jansen, and they're going to ping the foul on Tyler King. As you said, Jordan, Southwest going to the fresh legs. They're going to get Tyler King and Steph Bairstow for the break. Voda Rasova and Sav AU checking in. Middleton for the Seahawks also going to step out for a bit of a break, getting subbed out Samuels. By Samuels coming back in.
This is going to be an interesting minute 30. This is a bold move by Coach Fox. He's in a zone, so I'm guessing Samuels is going to sit right in the middle of that and direct traffic. They've gone back to man now, but if I'm the Pirates right now, I'm going right at Casey Samuels.
Yeah, she's sitting on 4 personal fouls with a full quarter to go, and Samuels has been very important in this game. She's a +2. She's got 11 points on the board, 7 assists and 5 rebounds.
Roberts.
So, yeah, if I'm Southwest, I'm going right at her to get her off the floor.
Sav, courtesy of Roberts on her own rebound. We're all level again.
We've got a minute to go.
Allen, baseline. Samuels puts it on the deck. Can't get it to go. Big rebound, Lloyd. They've got the overlap here.
They find Voda She goes one-on-one on Kiriak. Gets underneath. Handoff for Sav. Big block there for Lauren Jansen. And the D-board for Seahawks. That's great defense there from North Gold Coast as we get a flip-up shot from Jansen, but she gets the foul. And they're going to get that against Kayla Roberts, so that's a bit of a problem there for her as well. That'll be her 4th personal foul. So the Pirates going straight to the bench. They're going to get the rest for Kayla Roberts. So Grace Champion checking back in for the Pirates. It is 66 apiece. Jansen on the line for 2 for the Seahawks. And the first is good. Second good as well. 2-point lead again for the Seahawks. We're trading buckets at the moment.
This is where the Pirates are going to have to play through Mia Lloyd. I think no one's been able to guard her yet, and I think she's the kind of player that's going to be smart enough to find someone cutting to the rim, but also then make the right read in terms of her own shot. Maddie Willie, the pull-up jumper, going to the left, is off to the right. As we see, the Seahawks will try to utilise this last possession. Jansen gets over. High off the window. Durbridge the rebound. Foul called on Mia Lloyd.
And it's going to be the 5th team foul there as well, I believe. So I think we'll be going to the line for a couple of shots unless... Nope, it was only the 4th. I'm misreading the scoreboard. Coach Edwards gets his coach warning there, just asking a few too many questions about that one. Shot there, no good for the Seahawks, so we are going to run out of clock. It's 68 plays 66. Southwest getting themselves well and truly back into the game. And, Jordan, we're going to have an interesting 4th quarter on our hands.
Yeah, I think at times there they had the opportunity to step on the throat, so to speak, and they really didn't, the Pirates. They didn't consistently stay with it. The couple of possessions or the number of possessions where they picked up 2nd and 3rd offensive rebounds was really, really positive. But then down on the defensive end, again, we talked about in the first half, focus, stay locked in, stay tuned in, go and get a body. Shot goes up, you can't give up 2nd and 3rd offensive rebounds yourself. So I think the Seahawks are battling right now. You know, for the Pirates, they've got Roberts on 4, and then for the Seahawks, they've got Samuel. So 2 key critical players for each team's, you know, sitting on 4, they're going to have to play through it. But for me, the Pirates have just got to stay consistent. Can't let the Seahawks get a sniff, and they've got to continue to roll over the top, because right now the Seahawks are having to go deep in the bench, and I just think that the Pirates are way deeper, and they've got the opportunity to really get going if they can early in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, definitely. So it was a 21 plays 20 quarter as well. So really, like, nice and close again. So it's been consistent the whole way through. But realistically, like, you know, Southwest should come out with the win with the way that they've been playing in the last quarter and a half of basketball. Their big thing is they string some offenses together, but then just lose their concentration defensively. We were talking about it off air before, looking at the shot chart and where the snake is, and they'll get a really great run where they get themselves back into it, but they just can't hold that momentum, and then they just lose the defensive integrity, and they drop a couple of points straight away. So if they can just get themselves in front, which they've done so well throughout the game, but they just need to keep their defensive effort up to keep themselves in that lead, because they keep losing it again.
Yeah, like we spoke about at the half, it's consistency. It's back-to-back stops with back-to-back scores. The game is a game of runs, and the Seahawks are rolling with it, and they're throwing caution to the wind and letting it go. For the Pirates, it's consistency, it's execution down the stretch. Let's get 2 stops, let's get 2 scores, and then let's move on to the next play. We'll see what happens as Coach Edwards brings champion, stays on the floor. Savo, Lloyd, Voda Rasova, and Willie in this zone for the Seahawks. Middleton is back on the floor, as is Samuels, so they've got pretty much their starting group on the floor for the Seahawks.
Yeah, 2 points the difference, and that can go a very good start for the Seahawks, and it is a 2-point drop there for Jansen. Lead back up to 4 for North Gold Coast. Willie hands off to Lloyd. They're setting up again, really good offense here, Southwest, as Lloyd, just with such great basketball smarts there, makes the fake one-way, drives to the left and puts it away for 2 underneath. Great hand there again from Lloyd, but Middleton still manages to get her hands back on it for the 2.
Pirates got to show their resilience here. Well, in that first and second quarters, they did a really good job of just getting on with the next play when things just don't go their way, like that possession there. It hits Pirates' hands 1, 2, and 3, and then ends up in the hands of Middleton for a wide open layup underneath the bucket. You've just got to get on with it. Casey Samuels with a big 3 to open her account for the 4th. Takes it out to a 7-point lead for the Seahawks.
Yeah, they've come out really firing in this 4th quarter so far. A minute 20 in, they've really extended their lead as Champion takes a difficult shot over the top of Middleton. Probably not the look the Pirates needed at the moment. 7 points down. You know, they've done so well in the first 3 quarters offensively, and they just need to keep taking the right shots in underneath as they put it to a 9-point lead there as Casey Samuels again goes to work underneath and extends the lead even further.
Yeah, Casey Samuels is a seasoned professional, very smart basketball player. Obviously, grew up in a pretty well-known basketball family, so she knows how to get going at the right time of the game, and she's single-handedly found Middleton, got a little couple of passes go her way, and then now she's starting to get hers. So for the Pirates, I've got to go at her. You've got to assert yourself now. So it'll be interesting to see if Lloyd or a Steph Bairstow or a Maddie Willie can get the ball in their hands and sort of try to get her into a situation where she has to defend with those 4 fouls and take her out of the game. But otherwise, for the Pirates, it's just being patient, get that penetration like they did before, but then be patient with it, recognise we've drawn a double team, and then move the ball out of it rather than trying to force it like they have the last couple of possessions.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the thing. They've been doing such a great job with their offense, and I think they just need to take a step back. It's only a 9-point ball game. They're still, 9-point ball game, so they're still well and truly within this one, and they can bring it back in again. They just need to keep level-headed. They need to slow down their offense, look for those open shots in the paint that they've had throughout the game. They're still sitting on 38 points in the paint, so they're doing a great job of getting the ball inside. But they just can't lose their heads now. They've got an incredible basketball IQ out on the floor. They just need to utilize that and make sure they're taking the right opportunities. And that's exactly it. Unfortunately, just bounces out Maddie Willie. But that's the kind of offense we need to see from Southwest in this 4th quarter. Double dribble there from Samuels to open out of that timeout. King going to bring it in for the Pirates. Willie on the floor now. Still plenty of time left on the clock.
I've got to say, credit to Katie Teeble. She's guarding Maddie every possession at 90 feet. The youngster getting after it. Voda Asova can't get the roll. Should have finished with the left on that one. That would have helped.
Yeah, again, Southwest just struggling to open their scoring account in this 4th quarter. They've only got 2 so far.
Double teamed Middleton.
Good job defensively from Southwest on Middleton.
Deeble.
Too soft. Manages to grab her own O-board though. Kicks out to Samuels. And Samuels from 19 feet away from the 3-point line drops a potential nail into the coffin of Southwest. It's now up to 12. Southwest needs a score here. As Mia Lloyd flips around, can't get it to fall though. Defensive board again for the Seahawks. 4th quarter proving very difficult for the Pirates. Middleton now underneath against Bairstow, and that's too easy over the top of Bairstow. She needed to be stronger on that defensively.
Yeah, I think it's hard. You got a big player like that. You got to get underneath them. When you're size-wise a little bit shorter, you just got to get underneath them. The double team was meant to come too. I was surprised that Tyler King didn't turn and double that one. I don't know if Coach Edwards has changed the the assignment with respect to post defense, but I'm guessing that they're going to try and, now with Roberts coming back on the floor, they're going to try and body her up and double team, go back to those double teams on Middleton to stop her having her way in the post. Bairstow wide open, long two, can't go. The Seahawks continue to push the ball down the floor and then look to move it. Big three from Diebel off the rim.
And Seahawks just crushing the boards down both ends of the floor. And, that's a big player in why they've got themselves out to such a large lead now in the fourth. I don't think Southwest has managed to pull more than one offensive board in this fourth quarter. Whereas, Seahawks crashing every board, pulling D-board after D-board when Southwest misses the shot. And then also just every single time as well, they take a shot, they miss it, they pull the O-board, they get the second chance opportunity. So Middleton now, with another chance on the free throw line, and Southwest losing Roberts on a fifth personal on that one there.
Yeah, it's a hard one. I mean, once you've got a player of Middleton's caliber, you get her to have an easy catch deep in the paint. They're going to punish you. I think that's things that we as coaches talk about all the time, and I've seen Coach Edwards implore his troops to do. Make the pass, the entry pass into the post, one, difficult with ball pressure and then, denying lanes. But then two, once they catch it, you got to send them a different look, because those kind of players with that kind of experience just will have their way. They know how to use their body, and it's not easy to learn. But once you've got that discipline in you in the post, it's not about what you do with the ball now. It's about how you position your body and you make work of the defense.
I think it's now where Southwest needs someone to step up and open a scoring account as well, because it's been all Lloyd for the last couple of minutes. She's sitting on 26, with the next closest player being Willie on 12. So, what we really need to see is the likes of, Willie stepping up, getting a couple of extra points, or Steph Bairstow, who's been really quiet as well throughout. She's only sitting on 8 points as well, shooting at 36%. So, it's now time that one of those openers need to just come out and really start to put a couple of points on the board to claw back this 15-point deficit.
Yeah, I'd like to see Mia Lawyer in a high post, have Steph Bairstow play in the low post, and work through either of those two, and have you've got three shooters on the floor, and Champion, Willie, and King relocate and find each other out of that. So we'll see what happens. They're going back to the on ball now that the Seahawks have gone back to the man. Maddie Willie just loses the handle on that one.
Yeah, it's no time for panic stations just yet for the Pirates, but they do need to get some very crucial stops here.
Southwest going back to a man.
Lloyd, good tough defense there. Middleton, hands back out. Samuels now. Inside to Middleton. Middleton over the top of three players. Can't get it to fall. Bairstow's gone down strong.
I think that's Maddie Willie.
Oh, is it Willie, is it? Saw the blonde hair and made a false assumption. Looks like she's going to be okay though, but just, yeah, a lot of contact on that Middleton free throw. Middleton, Willie both going down. Willie just taking a little bit of extra time to recover.
Maddie Willie's the kind of tough as nails player that every coach wants to have on their team and hates to see on the other team.
She'll fight through. Almost got the steal on that one, getting good position on Samuels. It's inside now to Durbit. She kicks out for Kiriau. Kiriau, long two, finds the bottom of the net. The lead now 17 for the Seahawks. They're having themselves a quarter.
15-2 quarter. Goes inside. Too long from Lloyd.
Just can't buy a bucket at the moment, the Pirates. The defensive pressure from the Seahawks in this fourth has been the best we've seen all game. Yeah. Making it very, very hard. Every shot from Southwest has been challenged.
Pirates need to get up the floor. This next couple of minutes is probably important to bring this back within single digits. So if I'm Coach Edwards, I'm wanting a crack at this with about 2.5 to go. So I need to get my troops up the floor. Offense has got to be quick. It's got to be effective. And I've got to have players moving as the ball moves too.
So foot violation on that one. Pirates bring it in. It rests with King. Lloyd to Bairstow. Bairstow 3. Too strong. Bounces off the front of the rim. Middleton again with a D-board. She's got to have herself a double-double now. That will be her double-double. 27 points, 10 boards. 5 offensive and 5 defensive as well. So great rebound game from Middleton. Southwest coming down with the steal now. King taking on Kiriau. Finds Lloyd inside. She's under heavy pressure though. Champion finds Bairstow. Bairstow finds King in the corner. Wide open 3. No good.
They've got to get to the paint. I know they're trying to shoot their way out of this, but, you know, you've got to see the ball go through the hoop, and they haven't much this quarter. They've only scored 2 to the 17 from the Seahawks. You've got to get to the foul line, build some confidence out of that. As they're starting to run out of time, Tyler King will pick up the foul. Samuels draws the contact, gets into the body of Tyler King, and she'll shoot 2.
There is going to be a timeout on the floor as well with 3:22 to go. It's a 17-point ball game. We're going to take a quick break as well, but stay right with us and we'll have the last 3.5 minutes of action for you shortly, presented by the Stream Team Australia. And back with you here, it's 3:22 to go in a 17-point ball game. The Seahawks absolutely having themselves a game here in the fourth. It's 17 plays 2. As Casey Samuels steps up to the line to take a couple of charity stripe shots.
Yeah, Coach Edwards out of that timeout. Greg Fox for the Seahawks stepping in for Coach Sleaford, who's obviously away at under-16s nationals. If I'm Coach Edwards, I'm taking that opportunity to say, listen, let's throw caution to the wind here. Everyone's got to be aggressive. You put the ball on the deck, and then we find shooters, and we play a full court man, and we're pressing, we're running and jumping, we're blitzing everything. Let's see what we can come up with.
The ball just needs to touch the paint for Southwest, and you know that's a good example there where the ball goes into the paint, and Maddie Willie, nice turnaround jump shot, but again, it's just the story of the fourth quarter, unfortunately, for the Pirates, just unable to find the bottom of the net. You know, and get rewarded for some of those good offensive plays that they're having. But, you know, they're just taking too many three-point jumpers. They need to go back to what was working well in the first 3 quarters, which was, you know, points in the paint. They're sitting on 38 points in the paint. And, you know, that's really been their strength throughout this game.
Middleton, another rebound. Here they come. They've got to run. Run together, girls.
Willie against Allen. Finds Champion open on the right. Her 3 is up. It's too strong as well.
That's that right there. That play right there is a story of the fourth quarter because they don't get the penetration. They get a skip pass. It's a good look. It's absolutely the right look by Gracie Champion. But the only person rebounding for the Pirates right there is Amir Lloyd, who is on the post with a body connected to her from the get-go. So she's already boxed out, and she's the only one going and getting that glass. That second and third quarter where the Pirates brought themselves into this game, they sent second and third offensive rebounders to the glass, and they were rewarded for it.
Great steal there from Bairstow. Champion receiving it. They're going to find Mia Lloyd open for 3, and she opens the scoring account. Taking the Pirates up to 71. They break the drought, but need to get a big stop here to try and get a couple of extra points on the board. They find Middleton again inside, and she goes big against Bairstow for the inside 2. And Jordan, the big thing for me, the big teller about this game is the rebound count. You look at Southwest, they got 13 offensive, 19 defensive for a total of 32. You come down to the Seahawks, they've got 19 offensive, 35 defensive rebounds for a total of 54. That's a difference of 20-plus rebounds in a game of ball. And, that tells you everything. If you're pulling 22 more rebounds than your opponent, you're going to win every single time.
Well, I think the telltale sign, Regan, is this. You've got the Seahawks on the same number of offensive rebounds as the Pirates' defensive rebounds. That's inexcusable. And I'm sure Coach Edwards at the end of the game will look back and go, you know what? We didn't put in the effort because defensively your equivalency is to the other team is just not good enough. So you need to match that effort. And I know Middleton draws a whole lot of attention, but you can't be left thinking, well, what did we leave on the tank, sort of thing. Put the bodies on the floor and go and find the rebound, sort of thing. As we see inbounds play, forcing Bairstow to get the backcourt violation, just too long on the inbound. 89-71. 131. The Seahawks will look to execute to finish this out as they start to build some momentum and try and cement a final spot.
We've got 1 second on the shot clock, though. Durbidge manages to flip it up and get it to fall on the shot clock.
Mia Lloyd pulls it out. Shooters everywhere for the Pirates. Gracie Champion just signed her college offer. Maddie Willie goes to the rim. We'll get 2. The foul will be on number 4, Katie Diebel. Done a really good job of putting ball pressure up the floor. Young kid who's not scared to go up and put pressure on a vet, an experienced WNBL player like Maddie Willie, and go and get an import like Mia Lloyd up the floor. It's good to see a young player like that, showing the basics of, hey, I'm going to come and guard you and you're going to have to beat me.
And that's it. Like, she hasn't got a lot of points on the board, but that's not really what her job is out on the floor. And, for 15 years old, putting, 22 minutes into the game, she's a plus 18. She's done a really great job of just getting out there and just getting in the faces of some really challenging players and just doing a great job all round. She's always, she's always in it. She's touching the ball on almost every single play and just really doing a great job of getting in the face of the Southwest players and also doing a really good job offensively and moving the ball.
Yeah, pressure by presence, as coaches say. The longer you're there, the more annoying you'll become. The more likely the offensive player is going to turn it over. So Seahawks able to take Middleton out of the rotation now. Pirates continue to go through. Lloyd gets her own rebound, put back.
Collision on the rebound. Lloyd and Samuels down. 20 seconds to go here in the final quarter of action. Mia Lloyd with the steal. Durbidge just unable to get her hands on it. Lloyd, nice easy layup for the 2-point drop there. Seahawks now, they'll hold for the final shot of the quarter. We're down to 10 seconds to go. And realistically, just what a fourth quarter here from the Seahawks. Looking at the final score, 74-93. It was a 25 plays 8 quarter for the Seahawks. Their defensive pressure intensified tenfold in that fourth quarter, and they really prevented Southwest from getting wide open or any kind of easy shot. Holding any team to 8 points in a quarter is an amazing defensive effort, and Southwest just didn't do a good enough job crashing the glass offensively or defensively to pull those boards.
Yeah, and effort for me was the key theme. I think you got two really high quality players in Casey Samuels, and then obviously Middleton, who the Seahawks rely heavily on. And if those two get going, it's a long game. They're in the 8 for a reason. Middleton's a high level quality import and does a really good job of getting position and then punishing you for it. And she's experienced enough to take double team pressure, but you've got to do a better job of denying her the ball. Casey Samuels has been around for a long time. She knows how to get players involved early and then find her own shot as a result. So she's out there playing the game strategically and shifting defenses so that come third and fourth quarter where they really, really need her, she becomes really, really open because she's already got, the players around her clicking and connecting early. I think for the Pirates, we continue to say and continue to hear this group has a lot of opportunity and continue to find their straps and get better week to week, but they've got to do it for 40 minutes and they've got to do it consistently for 40 minutes, 24 seconds at a time. They can't turn off. But the big thing for me is the rebound count. You can't give up that many rebounds. And I think for this athletic group that the Pirates are, whilst they might be a little bit smaller and they've got some shooters, you've got to do it with numbers. You can't rely on one or two. It can't be all Roberts. It can't be all Sav. It can't be all Tratt. It can't be all Bairstow. It's got to be your guards and your swings and your wings. And going and rebounding collectively as a group, to get out rebounded or rebounded, at the same level, as the other team offensively to your defensive, I think that says a lot. So I think the theme off this back-to-back will be, for Coach Edwards for next week's game will be rebound.
Yeah, and definitely so. And, that's probably one of the best offensive efforts we've seen Southwest put in here at home all season. They did a really great job in their first 3 quarters. They came out, they found the plays in the paint, they moved the ball around through 5, 6, 7 sets of hands, which is what we've been talking about all season. And, for that 3 quarters, they did an amazing job down the offensive side. But you're exactly right. They need to make sure they're crashing those boards more in, not trusting that every single shot is going to go in. Get themselves inside, find a body, get in position to pull those boards down both ends of the floor. But the Seahawks, they just had the length in them. They had the stability and they had the talent to go through all 4 quarters. And, they didn't come into that fourth quarter panicking, and they just held things together, and they delivered. And they delivered very, very strong in the fourth as well. And, just looking at their shooting percentage, they're shooting at 50% from the field, and 46% from three-point land as well, hitting a whopping 7 of 15, which is just fantastic. So realistically, it was just a very strong Seahawks team, only going down by 10 points last night to the defending champions, and then coming out here and really beating Southwest just in that fourth quarter. They're going to end in the top 8 if they keep playing like this, and it's going to be a great final series leading into it as well.
Yeah, and they've got, the good thing for the Seahawks, which is exciting, and I know the Pirates have the same opportunity in front of them. They've got some young players out on the floor who do a really good job. Jansen surprisingly leads the rebound count with 12. That says a lot about a young guard who's coming out and gets an assignment against Mia Lloyd and can go and get 12 rebounds. But yeah, they're going to be an exciting prospect come the finals time. I would hate to play them, off the back of a win because I think, that's the kind of team response you want, team that will respond quite well. But I think, they're also, as we've just seen, they're very dangerous off a loss too. They make some adjustments. They get themselves reassessed and they regroup. They come together and they come out and put 4 pretty good quarters. They were a slow start, but they built momentum going into that fourth quarter and they continued the effort throughout the last 3.
Yeah, definitely. So a great game all around. We said it was going to be good from the very beginning, and it absolutely delivered on that front. But that does wrap us up for the women's game here at the Pirate Ship. It was 93 plays 74, the Gold Coast Seahawks coming out in front. But stay right with us. We will have the men's game for you in roughly about 20 minutes. So do check the Facebook page, jump onto the men's game, and we'll see you there shortly. Once again, a big thank you to Chris Sieber up on the camera. Jordan Mullan, as always, my co-commentator. My name's been Regan Baker. This has been a presentation by the Stream Team Australia, and we'll see you shortly.